Weather report. Next topic, if you don't mind, I move on.
Yep.
So, listen, I said this sort of early in the week. I'm like, great. The NOAA thing, getting rid of NOAA is a big, big deal.
Wait, say what NOAA is,
Okay, yeah, I'm going to read it. I have it pulled up so I
as
can
opposed to
read
the
it,
Ark. We're not talking about the
everybody.
guy with the Ark here.
I'm not talking about the guy with the NOAA, which stands for the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. It's an agency, a U.S. scientific agency. So automatically we have to hate it because it's science. Within the Department of Commerce. Remember Wilbur Ross?
Mm.
Who's the loafer person this time around? I don't even know. Responsible for forecasting weather, monitoring oceanic and atmospheric conditions, and managing fisheries and marine resources. So think about all of our fisheries and marine resources being sort of like a big national park, um, that these guys can't wait to privatize. There's a reason why it's under commerce, because it's so connected to our economic stability, our ability to shift and change based on what we understand the weather is going to do, especially as we get into climate change and we get into extreme weather. So we just had all these tornadoes happen. They seem to be rolling through. We're having these severe storms. I understand that there's a lot of people who say we've always had severe storms. Trust me, I grew up in Wichita, Kansas, in Tornado Alley. That was what we did. I would take, and then went to California to the earthquakes and the fires because I couldn't have enough natural disasters going on. Um, I'd take a tornado over a fire, but a tornado is pretty bad. Um, so the thing about NOAA is how it helps farmers and how it helps people with their property. So we'll take the wildlife, put it over here for a second because I want to come back to that and just talk about people who are in the business or have their finances somehow tied to their real estate, their property. Farmers being in the business of that's a real estate business. You have to have land to farm pretty much. And it's expensive, and farmers need our help. And there's lots of government programs because we need the product. Americans need the product that the farmers produce. And also, we've developed a very valuable export with things like soybeans and in our corn and all of this. There's fuel that's derived from farming. There's just like it touches in all of these things that actually sustain life in America. And so to do away with NOAA, which is a threat and it's happening. I don't know if it happened already. It's happening. To do away with NOAA is to rob farmers and people with real estate. You're in the Florida coast, you're not going to know if a great big hurricane is coming. Where are people going to get that information if the weather service itself is lost? You're in through the tornado alley. That's also the Bible Belt. That's also, a big swath of the middle of America that is a thriving red populated. It's not just land. We have dense populated areas and cities all throughout there that go red. They go Republican. Missouri being one of the states. That's a prime example of that. So it's critical. Those voters are critical to Republicans if we're in the business of elections anymore, right? There's no reason to get rid of this agency other than financial gain and foreign foothold. There's no reason. They're throwing away their voters. People aren't the farmers and the folks that own real estate, they're not gonna abide by this. We don't know if a tornado's coming or not. We don't know what the forecast is going to be. We don't know when hurricanes are coming. We don't know what severe weather is coming. We don't know really what's happening with our droughts. We don't know when the rainy seasons are coming or going. That doesn't work. That's not a plan for somebody who's trying to time their crops. It doesn't work. They've got to have NOAA. It's so critical. Okay. So then you understand all that and why again, another attack on the farmers. Why attack that population? Why attack the areas in that map as well where you see lots of red, not just from land, but the cities inside there being red voters, Florida being a big example, Texas being a big example. Why hurt those voters in their wallets where they're actually gonna know that it's hit them? Why take away their tool if you don't also want to grab their land?
Yeah.